Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Sri Radhe Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. जय हरि नाम संकीर्तन की श्रीमद् भगवद-गीता की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय So, we are reading from chapter 11, the universal form, text number 54. Bhaktyā tvananyayā śakya aham evaṁ-vidho rjuna jñātuṁ draṣṭuṁ ca tattvena praveṣṭuṁ ca paran-tapa bhaktyā tvananyayā śakya aham evaṁ-vidho rjuna jñātuṁ draṣṭuṁ ca tattvena praveṣṭuṁ ca paran-tapa bhaktyā tvananyayā śakya aham evaṁ-vidho rjuna jñātuṁ draṣṭuṁ ca tattvena praveṣṭuṁ ca paran-tapa
bhaktyā ananyayā śakya aham evaṁ-vidho Arjuna jñātuṁ draṣṭuṁ ca tattvena praveṣṭuṁ ca param-tapa
bhaktyā ananyayā
śakya
aham evaṁ-vidho
Arjuna jñātuṁ draṣṭuṁ ca tattvena
praveṣṭuṁ ca param-tapa
praveṣṭuṁ ca param-tapa bhaktyā tvam ananyayā
bhaktyā tvam ananyayā śakya
aham evaṁ-vidho Arjuna
aham evaṁ-vidho Arjuna
jñātuṁ draṣṭuṁ ca tattvena
jñātuṁ draṣṭuṁ ca tattvena
praveṣṭuṁ ca paran-tapa
praveṣṭuṁ ca param-tapa bhaktyā tvam ananyayā śakya aham evaṁ-vidho Arjuna jñātuṁ draṣṭuṁ ca tattvena praveṣṭuṁ ca paran-tapa bhaktyā tvam ananyayā śakya aham evaṁ-vidho Arjuna jñātuṁ draṣṭuṁ ca tattvena praveṣṭuṁ ca param-tapa.
सो इसके तात्पर्य काफ़ी लंबा है, 4 पेज का। तो हम पहले गुरु वंदना कर लेते हैं, फिर इसको पढ़ते जाएंगे और समझते जाएंगे। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। सो शब्दार्थ, I mean word by word meaning. Bhaktyā, by devotional service.
Bhaktyā, by devotional service.
Stu, but ananyayā, without being mixed with fruitive activities or speculative knowledge.
Without being mixed with fruitive activities or speculative knowledge.
Śakya, possible. Aham, I. evam-vidhaḥ, like this. Arjuna, O Arjun. jñātuṁ, to know. draṣṭuṁ, to see. Cha, and. tattvena, in fact. praveṣṭuṁ, and to enter into. Cha, also. paran-tapa, O mighty armed one. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way can you enter into the mysteries of my understanding. Please repeat. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way can you enter into the mysteries of my understanding. Purport. Kṛṣṇa can be understood only by the process of undivided devotional service. He explicitly explains this in this verse. So, unauthorized commentators who try to understand Bhagavad-gītā by the speculative process will know that they are simply wasting their time. So, we'll keep discussing like this because there is nothing more to speak because it's already 4 pages. So, here Kṛṣṇa is very clearly making his point clear, though the chapter is universal form, but he's talking about devotional service. Because Arjuna was quite in a fearful mood, he was not happy to see Kṛṣṇa in this universal form, and he was not like happy with what Kṛṣṇa did to him, He said, Kṛṣṇa, come back the way you are. I don't want to see in universal form. And here the chapter is ending now. Kṛṣṇa showed him 400 form and then 200 form and came back to the 200 form. The purport will follow like that. But the most important point to understand here, Kṛṣṇa himself is declaring that if you want to know Kṛṣṇa as he is, then the only way is to perform devotional service. So now we don't need any other proof. Rather, in one purport, Prabhupada writes in Bhagavad-gītā that the whole purpose of Bhagavad-gītā is to explain this point that the goal of life is to render devotional service to Kṛṣṇa. This is how we should be engaged all the time doing devotional service. And the second sentence here, Prabhupada says that any other way, any other process is simply wasting time. So, it's what we have to do and what we don't have to do. Both has been given here very clearly. So what we have to do is devotional service. And what we are not to do, anything else which is out of the purview of devotional service, we should just reject it. It's just wasting the time. We might have many philosophies, many theories, many different understandings. As Prabhupada is using the word speculative process. So what is speculative process? Anything which is out of the purview of instructions of Shastra as given by Kṛṣṇa in Bhagavad-gītā is speculation. Like for example, Krishna's way of serving the cows was to graze the cows. Right? But what we are doing is speculation. We are confining the cows in a small area, trying to feed them there. It's speculation. So it's not devotional service. It's just disturbing the cows, disturbing Kṛṣṇa. Everybody is disturbing that. So anything which is not in line with Krishna's instructions in the Shastra is called speculation. So sometimes people say, okay, these tomatoes, now I'll make something value added from the tomatoes. So Krishna is giving tomatoes and we want to add something to, how can we add something to what Krishna gave? We can only damage it. So that's also called speculation. So nothing is value added in a food. It's always, value means money here. It's not health. Krishna is adding health in the food and we, by processing it, add money in it. But it is presented in a very speculative way that it's value addition. And we think now, okay, I will eat this, so I'll become more healthy. So this is all speculation. So we have different kind of speculation processes in our life. Everything, our lifestyle now. Okay, we have a cozy place here with air condition, but then out there, it's emanating hot air. Right, Prabhu? You are engineer. So the AC is cooling in, but heating outside. So it's a solution or a problem addition to the problem. What are we doing? We are adding to the problem. So everything which is against Krishna's system is speculation. It will only add to the problem and it is not devotional practices then. It will reduce our ability to like 2.14. Matra sparsastu konteya sitoshna sukha dukkada. But then he is equipoised in summer and winter. But then we are not equipoised. In summer we use AC, in winter we use heater. So our capacity to withstand the challenges which are coming is reducing. We are weakening our consciousness, we are weakening our mindset by using these so-called speculative facilities. It looks nice, oh no, I can hear, I can concentrate, okay, good. But ultimately it is weakening our consciousness and mindset because we are trying to become independent of what Krishna is providing. It's very important to understand the speculative process. We are fully engaged into speculative process now. All our actions, all our activities are mostly, we are trained like that in this material world, to be speculating. But as it is, Prabhupada gave Bhagavad-gītā as it is. So he said, Prabhupada keeps saying, so follow it as it is. He has given it as it is, now we have to follow it as it is. Not that we read as it is and then we do something else. That's again speculation then. So it's very important to be putting a brake to this speculative mentality which we have cultivated from this material world. No one can understand Kṛṣṇa or how he came from parents in a 400 form, at once changed himself into 200 form. It is clearly stated here that no one can see him. Those who, however, are very experienced students of Vedic literature can learn about him from the Vedic literature in so many ways. There are so many rules and regulations, and if one at all wants to understand Kṛṣṇa, he must follow the regulatory principles described in the authoritative literature. So there is no exemptions. They say we must follow the regulatory principles given in the scriptures or the authorized literature. This is very important. We cannot take, in Gujarat we say sagvadiyo dharma. Like we adjust our schedule and things as per our convenience, but then it doesn't get us anything. We don't get anything in that adjustment. So we have to, there is no choice given. Whatever is, these are like rules. Okay, I am driving a vehicle and here comes red light. No, today I'm in a hurry because I have to reach to my wife, it's her birthday today, so I will not stop on the red signal. So you will be more delayed by that. Okay, they will hold you back and fine you on top of it. So there is no choice like that in any system in this world. A child goes to the school at a fixed time, a person who is serving in a company goes to the office at a fixed time. So it's all quite regulated. So Kṛṣṇa consciousness, it is the most important personality. We are trying to revive our relationship with Kṛṣṇa by this process of devotional service. So that regulation is very, very important. That's the most important part of our life, regulating as per the authorized injunctions given in the Shastra. One can perform penance in accordance with those principles. As far as charity is concerned, it is plain that charity should be given to the devotees of Kṛṣṇa who are engaged in his devotional service to spread the Kṛṣṇa philosophy or Kṛṣṇa consciousness throughout the world. So, the best way to give your charity is to give your money to Srila Prabhupada, because through Srila Prabhupada, ISKCON is spreading these teachings of Bhagavad-gītā and Bhagavatam throughout the world. There is no other place we can give our charity, it's then become a philanthropic activity. This is pure devotion. Lord Chaitanya was appreciated by Rūpa Gosvāmī as the most munificent man of charity because love of Kṛṣṇa, which is very difficult to achieve, was distributed freely by him. That is why he is more munificent, not because he was distributing food packets or health packets or some clothes. So that is why not Mahaprabhu was munificent. That is why not he was magnanimous or merciful. He was distributing what? Love of Kṛṣṇa. Because that will cure the real disease we are suffering from. Nothing else. Food cannot solve, clothes cannot solve, medicines cannot solve. So Mahaprabhu was giving the real requirement of a spirit soul. And if one worships as prescribed in the temple, in the temples in India, there is always some statue, usually of Vishnu or Kṛṣṇa. That is a chance to progress. For the beginners in the devotional service to the Lord, temple worship is very essential, and this is confirmed in the Vedic literature. So this is why, despite chanting of the holy name is the Yug Dharma, but we are all beginners. So Srila Prabhupada established big temples to attract people to devotional service, because when they come, they take darshan of the Lord, they hear the kirtan, they get some prasad of Kṛṣṇa, they hear some katha of Kṛṣṇa. So this is why temple is very important part of our system. Otherwise, and Srila Prabhupada mentioned these temples, the educational institutions. They are not just temples, because ISKCON centers are, the main purpose, as Prabhupada says, is to encourage and allow a facility to everyone who comes to hear and chant about Kṛṣṇa, to hear the pastimes of Kṛṣṇa, to hear Bhagavad-gītā, Bhagavatam, to hear the holy name. That's the purpose of the centers. The purpose is not to do any commercial business. It looks like that, but actually everything that is generated, it all goes for serving Kṛṣṇa again. So for the beginners in the devotional service to Lord, temple worship is very essential. One who has unflinching devotion for the Supreme Lord and is directed by the spiritual master can see the Supreme Personality of Godhead by revelation. So this is very important verse. They say that if we have faith, unflinching faith in Guru and Kṛṣṇa, and if we serve under the direction of a spiritual master, then automatically things are revealed to us. So this is a special thing of devotional service, that I cannot claim entitlement. That because I am doing devotional service, so I should get this. It's nothing. That is not devotion then. That becomes business. Devotional service means ahetuki apratihata. We have no desire to get anything from Kṛṣṇa. All we desire is to serve him. All we desire is a facility that we get some service of Kṛṣṇa and Vaishnavas. we are not expecting anything in return. Then things are revealed to us. If we start claiming entitlement, oh, I was serving 2 hours today prasadam and now the prasadam is over. No? It happens sometimes. And especially the item which we like the most. that always gets over. So you will get rice, dal, sabji, chapati, but sometimes you miss on the sweets. So you have to go through it. And you accept whatever Kṛṣṇa arranged today. Whatever is giving us is prasad. We think that in our temple, we were trained like this. Sweet is Mahaprasad. And everything else they will call prasad, but sweet, no, give me Mahaprasad. I said, all prasad? No, Mahaprasad. No, sweet. So that's the point. We are so much attached. This is conditioning. So this is claiming entitlement. So when we claim entitlement, we are bartering our devotion. We are giving our devotion back and getting that sweet. So it's a very serious call we are making to claim any entitlement. Oh, they pushed me back from the queue. And I'm 30 years coming here now. How many years? 30 is less, maybe 50 years now. And they pushed me back, claiming entitlement. Kṛṣṇa doesn't like that. Okay, the one who is pushing back might suffer his own karma. But if I start claiming entitlement for my devotion to Kṛṣṇa, then I'm bartering my devotion. Then I'm bartering my devotion to Kṛṣṇa. It will reduce because no devotee in Bhagavatam is claiming anything. You will find nobody claiming Prahlad Maharaj thrown from the top of the mountain. No problem. Hey Kṛṣṇa, what are you doing? He didn't say it. He was just thinking of Kṛṣṇa peacefully. Whatever happens, he's prepared for that. So no devotee claims entitlement. So it's a very, very important point. If we start claiming entitlement, this revelation process will stop. This revelation process will stop. Then things won't be revealed to us. So if we want that, Kṛṣṇa reveals more and more to us about his pastimes, about Nam, Rūp, Gun, Leela. If we want that revelation to come, then we have to stop claiming entitlements. That becomes pure devotional service. For one who does not take personal training under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master, it is impossible to even begin to understand Kṛṣṇa. So, a shelter of a spiritual master is must. We have to serve under the direction of spiritual master. Then only we can learn these principles. Otherwise, we will speculate. As we were reading, we start speculating. So, it is very, very important. Even when we came to Vrindavan, we were asking devotees, so what should we do? And the only instruction we got is, try to please your spiritual master. So that's the most important point of devotional service, that we try to please Kṛṣṇa, because we are chanting every day, Sakshat Tattvena, Samasta Shastra is like as good as God. Yasya prasadat bhagavad prasad. If the Guru is pleased, then Kṛṣṇa is pleased. So that's the way to please Kṛṣṇa, to serve and please the Guru, the spiritual master. And then further Prabhupada is writing, the word tu is specifically used here to indicate that no other process can be used, can be recommended, or can be successful in understanding Kṛṣṇa. So without taking shelter of a bona fide spiritual master and working under his direction, there is no other process possible. Nothing else is possible. So we are so fortunate that we got association of this wonderful movement, ISKCON, spearheaded by Srila Prabhupada, and his wonderful followers are taking it forward and giving direction to the whole world today, opening centers all over the world, distributing books, distributing prasadam. So we should feel grateful to this opportunity, that we are getting opportunity to serve Kṛṣṇa, we are getting opportunity to serve Vaishnavas. This is very important. Kṛṣṇa is more pleased when we serve Vaishnavas, even more than when we serve Kṛṣṇa directly. So, and today in the class, in the morning, a devotee was asking, so I get inspired to serve senior devotees. So that's a conditioning again. So we have to condition ourselves that whatever service Kṛṣṇa is arranging through the authority we are serving under is best for me today. Not that everybody has to be serving directly Srila Prabhupada. Like once I asked, There's a lot of rush on the altar in Abhishek, So we heard from one senior Vaishnava that observing Abhishek is as good as doing Abhishek. So if we are absorbed in taking darshan of the Lord during Abhishek, so the point is, we should not claim again an entitlement. Okay, I'm this many years, I want to do this service, I was doing this for so many years now, how can I be taken off from this service? This is all claiming entitlement. We might give so many reasons why I am emotionally attached, I have my feelings. Kṛṣṇa also have feelings, Kṛṣṇa also have emotions. It's there. The spiritual world, no problem. But the real emotion is, in a loving way, out of love for Kṛṣṇa, we are accepting whatever is arranged for us. Like again, Parikshit Maharaj fits well in this example that he was ruling the world very properly, appropriately, trying to give devotion to every citizen of under his kingdom, and he was cursed to death. He could have counter-cursed, but he accepted it. So that doesn't mean that he doesn't have emotions and feelings. But his emotion and love for Kṛṣṇa was so high that he accepted that situation as Kṛṣṇa's arrangement, and out of his love for Kṛṣṇa, he accepted it. Because he understands that he's servant of Kṛṣṇa, and whatever reverses are coming is Kṛṣṇa's arrangement, so that he can advance in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. And this is what happens. If we reflect back in our life, whatever reverses we have gone through so far in our Kṛṣṇa consciousness, every reverse has advanced, make us progressive more and more nearer and closer to Kṛṣṇa if we have accepted it. If we have rebelled to it, if we have started complaining, comparing or criticizing somebody, oh, he is like that, finish. We lose the essence. The Parikshit Maharaj did any of this. He just accepted it as it is. So that's devotional service. Then things are revealed. Then Supreme Gosvāmī came. Then thousands of sages came and started the whole Bhagavatam. And he was empowered. No hunger, no sleep, no problem. Just keep constantly hearing Bhagavatam. Only when he accepted the situation. So there is no other way. The personal form of Kṛṣṇa, the two-handed form and the four-handed form are completely different from the temporary universal form shown to Arjuna. The four-handed form is Narayan and the two-handed form is Kṛṣṇa. They are eternal and transcendental, whereas the universal form exhibited to Arjuna is temporary. The very word sudurdarsham, meaning difficult to see, suggests that no one saw that universal form. It also suggests that among the devotees there was no necessity of showing it. So in general, devotees are not interested in this universal form because it's not very appealing where we can make relationship, thousands of head and thousands of years, everything is like exponentially multiplied beyond our capacity to conceive even. So it like even Arjuna said, it's giving me fear now, Kṛṣṇa, please change it now. So that form was exhibited by Kṛṣṇa at the request of Arjuna, because in the future, when one represents himself as an incarnation of God, people can ask to see his universal form. So this was a kind of a conspiracy between them that, okay, today you show me, and then in the future nobody can claim that is Kṛṣṇa. Because then the devotees can ask, okay, show us the universal form. So they created it for us, for our safety. If we get faith in somebody as God, then okay, show your universal form. Kṛṣṇa changes from the universal form to the four-handed form of Narayan and then to his own natural form of two hands. This indicates that the four-handed form and the other mentioned in the Vedic literature are all emanations of the original two-handed form, Kṛṣṇa. He is the origin of all emanations. Kṛṣṇa is distinct even from these forms, what to speak of the impersonal conception. As far as the four-handed form of Kṛṣṇa are concerned, it is stated clearly that even the most identical four-handed form of Kṛṣṇa, which is known as Mahavishnu, who is lying on the cosmic ocean and from whose breathing so many innumerable universes are passing out and entering, is also an expansion of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, one should conclusively worship the personal form of Kṛṣṇa as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose eternity, bliss and knowledge. So the conclusion here is coming there. There are many forms, four-handed forms, many different kind of four-handed forms. Brahmajyoti is there, But the conclusion is that the personal form we should worship. Personal form of Kṛṣṇa should be worshipped as Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the source of all the forms of Vishnu. He is the source of all forms of incarnation, and is the original Supreme Personality as confirmed in Bhagavad-gītā. So this is a general misunderstanding that Vishnu is the source of Kṛṣṇa. But here Prabhupada is clarifying that Kṛṣṇa is the source of all incarnations. In Vedic literature it is stated that Supreme Absolute Truth is a person. His name is Kṛṣṇa, and he sometimes descends on this earth. So this is a very important point, that Kṛṣṇa is a person. So Kṛṣṇa consciousness, this devotional service, brings us to the mindset that Kṛṣṇa is a person. Everything is personal in Kṛṣṇa. It's not impersonal. Now, we become impersonal many times in our dealing with our services. Like I often like to quote services to Tulsi Maharani. So Tulsi Maharani is a person or a plant? What is she? She's a personality, right? So in the winter, we give her protection from the cold, right? But then early in the morning, we all start bathing her with a lot of water. If there are 100 devotees in the temple, everybody will bathe her. So is that a service or a disservice? It's a point to think upon. We are not discussing it now, but it becomes impersonal. So personal means I serve the person as per his requirement. Not that I will get benefited by watering Tulsi Maharani. That becomes karma kand then. That becomes karma kand. Because I am looking for my benefit, and devotional services means serving the master, not thinking of my benefit. So these are some points that on many perspectives we start doing that. Okay, how will I benefit? So, but that is not devotion then. So it's very important to understand that we are dealing with a personality in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Everything is reviving relationship with Kṛṣṇa, with devotees, as a spirit soul. So everything is so personable in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. There is no monotonous thing in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Nothing is monotonous. Like we hear, Srimati Radharani is the best cook. Right? You all agree? You all heard it, right? She's the best cook. And the speciality is that every day she cooks different things and the taste is different even if the same preparation is made. That's her speciality. Because of her absorption for Kṛṣṇa, she puts in more love for Kṛṣṇa, and so Kṛṣṇa realizes it more. So that's something called a personal dealing. Otherwise, okay, everything is structured now. This will be this much, this will be that much. Kṛṣṇa is not looking for that. It becomes monotonous. Then it becomes boring after a while. If it is so custom controlled, everything, okay, you can take only 5 breaths when you are chanting one mantra, or you can only use this many flowers when you make garland. It becomes monotonous. Then the absorption or the love of a devotee, he cannot express it. That creativity has to be allowed in Kṛṣṇa consciousness also, obviously under the guideline of the scriptures. The creativity cannot go beyond, okay, now we will offer wine to Kṛṣṇa. No. It is param-tapa. It's clarified. Kṛṣṇa has clarified what he wants. So within that purview, that personal aspect, because we are all personal, right? And in second chapter we understand that verse, which is natveva aham jatunasam natvam neme janadipa. Kṛṣṇa says that we are individuals now, we're individuals in the past, we will remain individuals in the future. Similarly, me and similarly all the kings. So individuality has to be respected in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. If I want everybody to behave like me, then it is not Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Kṛṣṇa has created a variety. So accepting that variety is a personal dealing with the situation with the devotees. Otherwise we are trying to become impersonal. No, he's pushing me. Okay, he's trained like that. Just accept that. What's the problem if somebody is pushing you? He said we should get that loving touch of the devotee is also devotional service, right? But we get agitated when somebody pushes us in prasadam line. And we receive a lot of letters for that. There's no proper queue management. But okay, there should be better facilities. But the point is, if I'm getting agitated on the situations, then I'm wanting the world the way I am. So then this is not personal. Kṛṣṇa, everybody has, Prabhupada writes in one class, there are 84 lakh species as per the desires everybody has. And out of that 4 lakh are human species also. So there is a lot of variety in everything. Plants are 30 lakhs, Animals are 20. I don't know the exact numbers, but something like that. Jalja Navala, the plant, the aquatics are 9 lakhs. Just imagine the amount of variety Krishna has created. It's all personal. Everybody is assigned a personal service. Like cow is assigned a service of grazing. But we are dealing in an impersonal way with the cows. Okay, you cannot graze. I will graze for you. Meaning thereby I will cut the grass, chop it in the machine and give it to you. This is the impersonal dealing with the cows. They don't have teeth to eat like that. They only have a lower teeth. You know that? Cows doesn't have upper jaw. On the upper jaw, they don't have any teeth. Zero. Krishna forgot. No teeth given to the cows. The most loving cows have no teeth on the up. Like an old man, sometimes they don't have teeth. From the birth, they are like that. Only lower jaw have teeth for the cows. And there is a reason for that. So they are well designed to graze. They are not designed to eat in a confined area. So this is impersonal dealing. So it's very important to be dealing with every situation in a personable way. Because Krishna is a person. He likes that. So if Mother Yashoda is chastising him, he's happy with that. He's not telling, oh, I'm God. What do you think about yourself? Now you become mother. He's not speaking like that. He's also very, okay, now I've taken a position of a child. So he behaves like a child. He's crying. This is what bewildered all the demigods of the world. Brahma was bewildered. Indra was bewildered. Everybody was bewildered. This coward boy, how can he be Supreme Personality of Godhead? He cannot be Supreme Personality of Godhead. They were so bewildered. So it is very important to see on Krishna as a personality. So Prabhupada defines Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's a person. He's not impersonal. So this brings our attention to that we are dealing with a personality. So we should be very conscious. No, not that now we are in the temple room, nobody's there in the temple room, I can just gossip with him. No, Krishna Balaram is standing there. Gauranitai is standing there. Radha Shyam Sundar is standing there. They are seeing us what we are doing. That consciousness should be there, that their personality is standing on the altar. They are not statues or stone. So Krishna is a person. And out of love he appeared as a Archa Vigraha, so that we can reciprocate, we can serve them. Otherwise, what will we do? If he's not available in the deity form, what will we do? We all become jobless. Then there are no temples. Just imagine if there is no temple, what will we do? Become jobless. So this is mercy of Krishna, that he is appearing in the form of a deity and accepting our service. So similarly, in Srimad Bhagavatam, there is description of all kinds of incarnations of Supreme Personality of Godhead. And there it is said that Krishna is not an incarnation of God, but is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he is Avtari. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Similarly, in Bhagavad-gītā, the Lord says, Matta Partaram Nanyat. There is nothing superior to my form as the personality of Godhead, Krishna. So he is telling himself that nothing is superior to me. He also says elsewhere, Aham Adirhi Devanam. I am the origin of all the demigods. So somebody was asking us a few days back in one class that, but why cannot we worship demigods? But Krishna is telling it. Don't worship, it is avidhi purvakam. What's the big deal? But that's the conditioning. We are conditioned. And she said, no, we can worship the demigod. I said, then okay, then worship all. Then have all the photo in your house. That's not practical. The Krishna has very lovingly resolved our challenge. That just by worshipping me, you are worshipping all of them. They will all be pleased. They will all be satisfied with you. They will cooperate with you. There is a verse in 3rd chapter somewhere, Prabhupada is quoting in the purport that all the demigods will cooperate if you are serving Krishna. Yagnartha karmano nyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. After that the shloka he writes that the demigods will cooperate with you. So there is no need, but it's a conditioning. So we have a lot of conditioning which has to be unwinded, and the proper conditioning has to be given, which is Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is proper conditioning. We have to condition ourselves with Krishna consciousness. Every time thinking about Krishna. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. That is the real conditioning we want. And after understanding Bhagavad-gītā from Krishna, Arjuna also confirms this in the following words: Param Brahma, Param Dhama, pavitram paramam bhavan. I now fully understand that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Absolute Truth, and that you are the refuge of everything. And Prabhupada says in this specific verse purport that, so we should all be acting like Arjuna. If you want to understand Kṛṣṇa, act like Arjuna. So he is declaring now, after hearing about the opulences of the Lord, that Kṛṣṇa, now I accept you as Supreme Personality of Godhead. So now there is no doubt left. Samsaya atma vinashyati. If we have doubt, then everything is finished, already gone. So we cannot doubt this now. Therefore, the universal form which Kṛṣṇa showed to Arjuna is not the original form of God. The original is the Kṛṣṇa form. The universal form with its thousands and thousands of heads and hands is manifest just to draw the attention of those who have no love for God. It is not God's original form. The universal form is not attractive for pure devotees who are in love with the Lord in different transcendental relationships. The Supreme Godhead exchanges transcendental love in the original form of Kṛṣṇa. Therefore, to Arjuna, who was so intimately related with Kṛṣṇa in friendship, this form of the universal manifestation was not pleasing, rather it was fearful. So Arjuna, who is a constant companion of Kṛṣṇa, must have had transcendental eyes. He was not an ordinary man. Therefore, he was not captivated by the universal form. This form may seem wonderful to persons who are involved in elevating themselves by fruitive activities, but to persons who are engaged in devotional service, the two-handed form of Kṛṣṇa is the most dear. So for the devotees, the two-handed form is the best, because that's wonderful for them to relate with Kṛṣṇa, to serve Kṛṣṇa, and this way they can express their love more and more, their service more and more. So we are fortunate that we have beautiful deities and we get facility to serve them. I want to read something from Bhagavatam now, which is from Prithu Maharaj's pastime. This is Prithu Maharaj is going back home. That's the chapter name, Going Back Home. Prithu Maharaj going back home. And verse number 31. I think 31. Let me check. Yeah, 31. So I'm not reading the verse. Any person who describes the great characteristics of King Prithu with faith and determination, whether he reads or hears of them himself or helps others to hear of them, is certain to attain the very planet which Prithu Maharaj attained. In other words, such a person also returns home to Vaikuntha planet, back to Godhead. This is 7-8 chapters about Prithu Maharaj, and here kind of Shruti Phal is mentioned, that if you hear about Prithu Maharaj, what do you get? So the potency of hearing about devotees is mentioned here. In the execution of devotional service, because we discussed devotional service here today, Prabhupada is talking about bhakti. In execution of devotional service, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu is especially stressed. This means that bhakti begins by hearing and chanting about Vishnu. So the beginning process is, so we have to intensify hearing and chanting. This is how we increase our devotional services. When we speak of Vishnu, we also refer to that which relates to Vishnu. In Shiv Purana, Lord Shiva recommends Vishnu worship to be the topmost worship, and that better than Vishnu worship is worship of the Vaishnava or anything that is related to Vishnu. The fact is explained herein that hearing and chanting about a Vaishnava is as good as hearing and chanting about Vishnu. So here Prithu is acting as a Vaishnava. So we are hearing about Prithu Maharaj as a devotee here. He's a śakya, but Prabhupada is putting it as a Vaishnava because Prithu Maharaj is acting as a devotee here. So it's equally important as hearing, and rather listening is more relishing. So when we hear about Srila Prabhupada, it's more relishing. When we hear about Prabhupada's pastimes, how we created this society, how we was dealing with devotees, is very, very nourishing. The fact is explained here that hearing and chanting about a Vaishnava is as good as hearing and chanting about Vishnu. Or Maitra has explained that anyone who hears about Prithu Maharaj with attention also attains the planet which Maharaj Prithu attained. There is no duality between Vishnu and the Vaishnava, and this is called Advaya Gnana. A Vaishnava is as important as Vishnu, and therefore Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur wrote in Guru Vastagas, this verse, Sakshat Haritweda, the spiritual master is honored as much as the Supreme Lord because he is the most confidential servitor of the Lord. This is acknowledged in all revealed scriptures and is followed by all authorities. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master, his bona fide representative of Sri Hari. The Supreme Vaishnava is a spiritual master and is non-different from Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is said that sometimes Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to chant the name of the gopis. Some of the Lord's students tried to advise him to chant name of Kṛṣṇa instead. But upon hearing this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very angry with his students. The controversy on this subject reached a point that after this incident, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided to take sannyas because it was not taken very seriously in his grahastha ashram. The point is that since Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chanted the name of the gopis, worship of the gopis or the devotees of the Lord is as good as devotional service rendered directly to the Lord. It is also stated by the Lord himself that devotional service to his devotees is better than service offered directly to him. Sometimes the Sahajiyas class of devotees are interested only in Krishna's personal pastimes to the exclusion of the activities of the devotees. This type of devotee is not on a very high level. One who sees the devotee and the Lord on the same level has further progress. This is many places is stressed that one who is worshipping just deity in the temple but cannot relate with the devotees is a neophyte. It is very important to understand this aspect of serving the Vaishnava. Very, very important. So, we have more time? I can read one more. 7 minutes, hai na? So I will read for 3 minutes and 4 minutes we will read for question and answers. This is another verse. If one hears of the characteristics of Prithu Maharaj and is a Brahmana, he becomes perfectly qualified with Brahmanical powers. If he is a Kshatriya, he becomes the king of the world. If he is a Vaishya, he becomes the master of other Vaishyas and many animals. And if he is a Shudra, he becomes the topmost devotee. Just by hearing about pastime of a devotee. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is recommended that one should become a devotee regardless of one's condition. In any condition we are in, there is no choice. Everybody has to become a devotee of Kṛṣṇa. Whether one is without desire or with desire, or whether one desires liberation, he is advised to worship the Supreme Lord and execute devotional service unto him. Akama sarva kamo, same verse. The best is to do devotional service. This verse of Bhagavatam also speaks that devotional service we should do whatever we want. By so doing, one attains all perfection in any field of life. The process of devotional service, especially hearing and chanting, is so powerful that can bring a person to perfectional stage. In this verse, this is a very important part. Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras are mentioned, but here it should be understood that reference is to the Brahmana who is born in a Brahmanical family, Kshatriya who is born in a Kshatriya family, Vaishya is born in a Vaishya family, and Shudra is born in a Shudra family. But whether one is Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya or Shudra, he can attain perfection simply by hearing and chanting. So for all the Varnas, the process is hearing and chanting. That is very strongly emphasized here. To take birth in a family of Brahmana is not the ultimate finishing touch. Like sometimes you feel, now I got this thread here. Here. So now that's the perfection of my life. After Brahman Diksha, we don't do anything, right? There is no other Diksha anybody takes after that, generally end. The spiritual journey ends there. That's not like that. It's not the end. So take birth in a family of Brahmana is not the ultimate finishing touch. One must have the power of a Brahmana, which is called Brahma Teja. Similarly, taking birth in royal family is not all in all. One must possess the power to rule the world. Similarly, taking birth as a Vaishya is not all. One must possess hundreds or thousands of animals, especially cows, and rule over other Vaishyas as Nanda Maharaj did in Vrindavan. So Vrindavan is all about serving cows. Nanda Maharaj was a Vaishya who possessed 900,000 cows and ruled over many coward men and boys. A person who is born in a Shudra family can become greater than a Brahmana simply by accepting devotional service and giving oral reception to the pastimes of the Lord and his devotees. This is what Srila Prabhupada did. World over, what is that word? Everybody is Shudra in Kali Yuga. Kalo Shudra Sambhavad. But Srila Prabhupada, by this process of hearing and chanting, he converted people into top class Vaishnavas. That is why I wanted to read this, that Prabhupada has shown this practically, demonstrated this in his society ISKCON, where none of us has any qualification. And Prabhupada has said this, you don't have qualification, I have given it. So everything Srila Prabhupada revealed to us, and now we are relishing it by practicing this process of devotional service. So thank you all very much for your patience hearing. We can take one question, maybe we have 2 minutes, right? Or any comments anybody have can also comment.
Many favorable words are there. You have shown us the correct dealing with the Kṛṣṇa, how should we behave with it, and how we could make him more important in the world. That is due to all of us.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yes, Prabhu.
You mentioned that we should not ask anything in return.
Sorry, I cannot hear you.
Again,
Or you can speak a little slow.
yeah. You mentioned that we should not ask anything.
You should not ask anything. Yes, yes.
Yeah. But is it wrong to us, the Lord, please help us in our devotional life, to progress in our devotional life, or is it wrong to us to help us when we are in difficulties or any problem?
So we read that akama sarva kamo va moksha kama udaradi divrena bhakti yogena jate purusham param. Even though we have desire, or we have no desire, or we have desire for liberation, still we have to perform devotional service. But when we were talking this point that we should not claim entitlement, the point was we want to reach to the stage of pure devotional service. So they don't even care for the devotion then. What Kṛṣṇa is giving them, how much pure they are becoming, they are already out of that thought. All they are thinking is to serve Kṛṣṇa, to please Kṛṣṇa, to glorify Kṛṣṇa. That gives them full satisfaction. They are fully happy. Prabhupada says if you are performing devotional service, you are happy. If you are not happy, that means you are not doing devotional service. So asking, praying is allowed, no problem. But even if you don't do, like a mother gives to the child whatever the child needs, he just cries, So our Hare Krishna Mahamantra is like crying, the cry of a child for the mother, right? This is how Prabhupada translates Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It's like a genuine child of a cry for the mother. So that's enough. That's the prayer. That's the best prayer we are doing every day. Because, okay, I might say, I met Kṛṣṇa, okay, I want to serve you, Kṛṣṇa, and, I want to make a beautiful temple for you. But Kṛṣṇa might have a plan to make 100 temples from me. I don't know. So why to limit Kṛṣṇa? Why to limit my capacity? We don't know what is our capacity. We are just speculating again how much I can do for Kṛṣṇa. We don't know. Who can think Srila Prabhupada doing 108 temples in 12 years all around the world? Nobody can think about that. But because he acted as a tool in the hand of Guru and Kṛṣṇa, this is what happened, and it's still going on. So the point we are trying to understand is asking is kind of limiting. Because then Kṛṣṇa says, okay, whatever you desire, I will give. But then that's limited. It's limiting. But if you just focus on serving Kṛṣṇa, that's our goal. We want to become a servant, right? Because we desire to be a master, we are here. So now if we try to become servant, then we can go back home. So servant of Kṛṣṇa, but not servant of senses. So when we try to become servant of Kṛṣṇa, all our requirements are taken care of. Like Prabhupada says, even in a mundane company, a person gets a salary, right? So why will Kṛṣṇa not take care of devotees? What is there to ask for now? So, but it is gradually revealed, this is like theory for me also, not that I'm speaking on some level where I have understood all these things, but because I have read this in Prabhupada books, so we understand it like that, and gradually when we practice this process of devotional service, these things will be revealed by the mercy of Guru, Vaishnavas and Kṛṣṇa. Thank you. Srimad Bhagavad-gītā ki